guys, so I'm going to do a quick video on this on my truck. So the other morning I was going to work and the thing was trying to quit on me. So I didn't know what was going on there, and all of a sudden it just took back off again. So a couple of days went by, which was yesterday. I go down to the store, come back, bring it back up in the driveway, dead.
Dead?
So luckily I found out, and luckily I wasn't clear up in Delaware or somewhere out there that I work, and the fuel pump was going out in it, so it's out. So I want to do a quick video on a fuel pump. It doesn't matter whether it's a Ford, a Chevy, or whatever you got. They all pretty much are the same way if they're in the tank. So let me go to this camera here. I want to show you what it was kind of a last minute decision here to do this. I already got it up on the lift and I already took off. Let's see if we can reach at. So you got to take out your screws. You got to take out all your screws on your there's 3 of them there that go around your neck of your gas tank neck there. So that's the first step. You can do this on the ground. You don't have to do it on a lift. I'm doing it on a lift because I have one. So also I'm using a different mic today, so hopefully everything works out all right. My other ones were dead. So yeah, I wanted to get to that real quick. As far as where I'm starting at, I already got it on the lift. I'm going to be using this transmission jack to take mine down. If you're on the ground, and oh yeah, one thing before we get started here, make sure you do this I know sometimes you can't determine this because you may fill it up today and tomorrow the thing goes out. And if that's the case, you're going to have to siphon it out somehow, or be very careful when you're dropping it. You know, use some floor jacks, some wood, some kind of blocks, you know, to stabilize it real good as you're coming down. Strap it to the jack. However, you have to be as careful as you can. You know, no smoking, none of that crap.
Put out your cigarette.
Watch dropping stuff, making arcs and sparks, because it can catch on fire.
A fire. That's right.
You know, if you drop some gas, so be very careful. So yeah, if you could do it to where the tank's a little empty, perfect. You know, this has got about 1/4 of a tank in it, and like I said, I'm using my transmission jack. But same thing, if you're on the ground, just get you a jack, put a square flat piece of wood, you know, like a 12 by 12 or something on top of your jack, and then put it underneath the tank, or the gas tank, and it'll stabilize it better that way, instead of just using the little plate that comes on the jack. You know, a bigger area will help it stabilize better. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get these set up on the other side there so you guys can see. And we're going to start by taking out, there's a bolt up here on the strap, and then there's one over on that side. We'll take those 2 out, and then we'll take the straps out of the way and try to get this jack in somewhere in the center of the tank as you can. And then we'll proceed to what's coming up next. We're going to be dropping it down so far, and then we got to disconnect the stuff up there on the sending unit, and your fuel lines, your the plug for the electrical stuff of it, and so on. So I'll be back here shortly. Give me a minute. Okay, I'm going to try to do this with electric battery operated, because we all know that lift ain't cool. I sprayed these down earlier. I'm going to try to get these straps out of the way. Hopefully I can do that without having this jack interfere, because I want to use it. And we might be able to do this right here somewhere. Let me try to get it up a little bit. Yeah, like I said, if you ain't got one of these lifts and a jack, you don't need all this stuff. Stuff I've accumulated over the years, and you can do it on the ground. I've done them on the ground several times. Let me go get my glasses. If you got a bolt that's being stubborn, not wanting to come out, go back in. Don't try to force it all the way out. That's what I got here. We'll kind of work it back and forth. Yeah, if you keep doing that, less chances you're gonna trip it. And it's probably hot, and I'm gonna grab it now. It ain't that bad. That'll be worse. All right, good. So now we want to drop this down a little bit. This is kind of oblong, so I'm gonna watch and see if it falls one way or the other. Oh, that thing's, here we go. Yep, it's wanting to come this way, so I'm gonna adjust this jack where it's favoring. Actually, I slid it back a little bit. There we go. Try to equal it out. Now the next problem, I can't see nothing. Let me see what's holding this. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna have to take off these hoses All right, so the thing I told you first to take that neck off, not in this situation here. I gotta take the hoses off, and I'll show you here in a second. I'm gonna spray them real quick, just to put a little bit on there. Let me, I'm gonna get over here with a little stand. Well, first things first, let me grab a socket and a ratchet with a long extension. Long, probably 7 or 8, I'd say, is what a clamp is. Let me check it. Get on there. Yeah, they're both. These are, I can see these small fine prints on these sockets anymore. 8. All right, so trying to think of the easiest way here. It's hard to be able to record this and show you guys at the same time. I'm gonna try to get them loose, and then I'll show you with the camera. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to get them loose, and I'll bring this camera around here in a second. All right, guys, I'm using my other GoPro. There's no external mic on it, so we're gonna try to, hopefully you guys can hear me good. All right, so here's the lines. Let me get down here. Okay, right there. So we got the big one and the little one. I'm just sliding the clamps back. So now what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna try to, I always go the wrong way with this. Hopefully you guys can see that. All right, I'm gonna try to just walk these lines off a little bit. There's one. And if you spray these things and then go around real easy, don't try to rip it, don't be in a hurry.
Come on, let's go, hurry up.
Most of the time, you'll be all right. I need a light. Sometimes I don't want to get in your guys' way here. Try this. Now this one will probably be a little bit more tougher, being that it's bigger and it is a tougher hose. They make a little tool. I got it, but it's hard to get it at an angle on this stool. Come on off here. Usually if you can get it broke loose a little bit. I might have it. Let me try to go over here. I got a longer, one of these little panel popper tools. I'm gonna try to work it off with it. It's still stuck somewhere. Come on. And that stupid thing can feel the loosest. I'm just trying to walk it off, top to bottom. It's loose, it's just got a big old dent in it from that clamp. Let me try to go on this side. Come on, get off here. Man, that thing is... There we go. Mouthful. Wow. Okay, we'll let it down some. See what else is holding it. Try to get it to where you guys can see what it is too. Alright, I'm probably gonna have to come. That thing's got all kind of lines on it. Here's another one. I can hardly reach it because of the... See, sometimes the lift ain't the best thing. Get off there. I get it? Yep, okay. There was a hose here. Now I think the other ones, I think I gotta get back up here. Some of these are easier than others as far as how much. Okay, now we have, if you guys can see that or not, it's right there. There's 2 lines. and they got to be squeezed.
I'm squeezing it.
I'll probably show you after I get them off where I squeezed them, because there's going to be no way to mount that. So I'll get them off and pull the tank down, then I'll show you where you squeeze them at. I'm only going to have room to put my hand in there and turn them. So give me a minute. All right, after fighting that thing.
Come on. Put up your dukes.
I'm going to push this pedal, let this down slow. I'm kind of keeping my, let me adjust this the other way because I can feel it. There we go. This is hard to do with one hand.
I better use my strong hand.
Really is. Really is. I'm trying to tilt the plate the other way. There we go. Take some of the weight off of this end. Am I still, oh, I was hung up on that dang. It's still wanting to come my way. Oh, there we go. But I still got lines on it, that's why. What the heck? Oh, we got one more, guys. Let me jack it back up. Now I got it this way too much. The other one I got up with my, I just squeezed it with my, yeah, I've been fighting this thing for about 20 minutes, just so you guys know. And I'll show you, it'll make yours easier, because I learned all the hard ways. Now this clamping wanting to come off. Let me go up some more. Come on up there. I think we got everything now. No? Huh. Wow. Well, one more. That's because I'm trying to hurry. This is what happens when you hurry, guys. You leave a bunch of stuff on there. All right, third time's the charm. Trying to let it down slow. Okay, there's the tank. Let me show you guys now what I was fighting, what I was busting my knuckles on. Just whatever one you're doing, make sure, here's your buddy. Get you a magnet, get you a light, and look up there and make sure everything's unhooked. I'm sitting here trying to hurry so we can get, you know, this on video. But anyways, I left this one. These hoses are crap. I'm going to have to find some hose. So I'm going to have to replace this hose. These are maybe this one. That one's probably all right. Here's these. Let me push this out of the way real quick. See if you guys can see these. Try to put this light somewhere. Yeah, figures nothing's. All right. So this one here, it was pushed in, and that was clipped. This was clipped over. So you got to pop it off and then squeeze this part in over here and then push it all out this way before you go pulling. Okay, you see how that comes out? And then this one, it just pulls out. It's just there's some fuel coming out. It just pushes in and pops out. I just squeezed the two ends on this side and then it popped out that way. That's all that one was. Put that up there so we don't get fuel on us. Whoops. Anyways, so let me get some tools. I'm gonna get this fuel tank out from underneath this lift and we'll start pulling this fuel tank or fuel pump out. All right, guys, I had to take a quick bath. Just kidding, I had to wash up a little.
We'll take a shot.
It was all over my face, everywhere. So, all right, let's put. First thing, make sure you wipe off any debris that's up around where you're gonna pull the sending unit out, because you don't want that going in your tank. After you do that, blowing them off too. This little ratchet here, if you start gunning it before you put it on the bolt, it takes it off better. But if you put it on there first and hit it, it's like it don't even work. Some of these twist out, some of these just pull out. Let me get a screwdriver. Yeah, some will have like a locking ring and you'll have to take it and, you know, knock it out of the way like that. Like GM's, a lot of them are like that. This just has a seal, that's it. It'll probably have a new one, but there's the sock. Watch you have to put it sideways when you pull it out. Pull back on your float just a little bit. What do I do with my rag? Again, guys, no smoking, no sparking, no doing no stupid stuff. Because I'm telling you, one of these days I'll tell you the whole full story about me being in my boat out in the middle of the water and decided to work on it down in the engine bay. and I was taking the carburetor off right in the water to change the needle and seat out there, and a little bit of fuel spilled on the intake. I took off the carburetor and the choke wire touched something. It was still hot even with the key off, and poof, buddy, it was on.
It's on, baby. It's on.
It was on. Needless, everybody turned out okay, but still, we was lucky that day. What about another day, you know? All right, here's the new pump, Master Pro from O'Reilly's. I buy all my stuff from O'Reilly's most of the time, probably all the time. I got an account set up with them. And... All right, so these guys, it looks like they gave me some new clips for those lines, but I don't know if they're the same or not. Here, I'm sorry, I didn't show. I don't know whether they're the same. We'll check them before we put this tank back up in there. Make sure we got the right one, because when I called, they said there's different ones, 2-door, 4-door, 2-wheel drive.
All kinds.
This pump needs to be primed. Refill the fuel tank with a minimum of 10 gallons of filtered clean fuel. Cycle the ignition key on and off in 3-second intervals for 15 to 20 cycles. May be required, or a scan tool is needed to trigger the fuel pump, which I have one. I'll probably just do it that way. So if you don't have a scan tool, cut the key on, 3 seconds, off, 3 seconds on, off, 3 seconds on, off. Keep doing that about 15 times. Yours may be different, I don't know. That's most of the time I do that with all of them. So this one comes complete. All right, they look the same. This sending unit's a little different, but as far as the height and where the float and all that stuff is correct. Let's check the top here. That all looks the same. It's got a new seal. Yeah, I think we're good here. All right. I'm gonna go get my wet vac and suck this stuff clean a little bit before I go setting it down on here. So give me a few, I'll be right back. I wanna make sure that's clean, which you guys should too. Just, I can blow it, but there's still, it's like it needs cleaned a little. And when I clean it, I wanna be able to suck it off with the wet vac. So I'll be right back. Okay, one thing I didn't say before we pulled the fuel pump out, see which way it goes. These lines went this way, but there's a little arrow here. I don't see, oh, maybe it's right here. I think it's right here, but I just kind of remembered where it was when I took it off. Mine was like this. If you guys go back and look, kind of like that right there. Yep, right there. Because it can't go that way's too much. So mine went this way. And that thing is right there. Whatever that little pop-up thing is, it's right here where the arrow's at. So, and it makes sense because this one here is going, hold on. Yeah, it makes sense because this one here is shooting that way too. But if you look back in the video, you'll see that mine were going towards me. All these lines are coming this way. But yours may be that way or this way or towards the back. Just make sure when you pull it out. I'm gonna put this piece of crap back in the bag here in the box, so it ain't in the way. I don't think this has ever been changed because this looks made a little different. So this is probably the factory pump. I am going to look at those clips though and see. All right, so this is going to be the same thing. Just put all your finger, start your every one so you don't cross thread nothing. And then once you do that, run them down. If you want to run them down with one of these, do it, but just stop before you get to the end. And then get you a small ratchet and go around and hand tighten them all to where they're tight but not over tight. You don't want to over tighten these and break them. They're just small little screws, and I'll show you what I mean here real quick. Stopping right when it gets to the all right, now I'm just going to grab a little ratchet with a little, this is probably more of an extension than I wanted, but it's all I have in my tool cart right now. I'm just going to kind of cross pattern them, so just snug them till they stop, and that's it. I about had these already, actually. Now I'm just going to go around and double check. I don't know if I got this one. Nope. You guys probably seen that too. That's because I did, that's why it felt weird. There we go. One more for the road. I'm gonna go this way this time. I'm just barely snugging it. All right. Go ahead, I'm gonna go ahead and get this back underneath there. I'm gonna see what's going on. Let me get this here. I'm gonna see what's going on with this one. I'm gonna see if I got some extra line. This is probably okay. I'm gonna double check it all. It's a little return. Once that clamps on there, should be okay. If I got, this needs new too. So I need to find some line. And if I don't have none, I'm gonna have to go get some. So let me see what I have. I think I have some of this. I'll be back here as soon as I find out what I got here, and we'll get it back underneath. All right, real quick. So I found some hose. It was a little bit different. This is some fuel line hose, but I went ahead and put a new one here, new one here. That was disintegrated too pretty bad. And this was the first real bad one, but I went ahead and put them on new. The clips in that bag that we seen earlier, they're totally different, but these look okay. See, look, these are here. They're like a little different, so they ain't gonna work. Anyways, I put some Vaseline around the fitting there on all these to get the hose on. But once I did that, it went on nice. I am going to put a little bit on these two as soon as I pop these caps off, and then I'm going to go ahead and get this back up in there. You know what? I just now thought about that. This is wrong. That's a round plug, and this one is a, oh no, we're okay. I'm looking at the back plug, dummy. Yeah, that's for right here. That's for this one, and then that one there is for that one. So we're okay. I was getting ready to be upset. Yeah, we're good. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and do that, get the tank jacked back up in here, put the straps on it, same thing, but just in reverse. And I'll bring you guys back when I got the scanner hooked up to it and running the pump to prime it. All right, give me however long it takes. All right, guys, got it all back in. I'll put these screws back in it that we didn't need to take out. I should have probably looked, right? All right, I'm gonna leave that off for a minute, the cap, because I got the charger on this. I got the scanner hooked up. I'm gonna cycle this pump. I don't know what that buzzing is, guys. Probably the charger through the speakers. I can't turn my radio off because it's a process. It's a weird radio. Okay, people that don't have one of these, you're gonna have to do the key on-off thing. Cut it on for 3 seconds, cut it off. Do that like, 5 to 10 times. See, this still has, okay, it's not showing the, it's not showing, this is just a bunch of stuff from my battery being low. Let's see if I can get in here and do I think it's under the BCM. Special functions, actuation test. I think it's under the BCM. I went in the wrong one. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't see no fuel pump in here. But let's go into PCM. Not supercharged. I wish. Okay. Let's do, I think it's this. Actuation test. Yep, fuel pump. Okay, on. Have not met to start the test. Transmission control module need to be performed with the engine idling. Well, it let me do that before. This perimeter is output from the ECU control the fuel pump duties. A fuel pump driver module apply the ground for the fuel pump to operate. They're all hooked up. They cut it on and off. Let me just try this. I'm just doing the key on and off, guys. I don't even think I hear it. That's because that battery is dead. I thought I put it on. Yeah, we're not getting down anything. Yeah, I barely got any juice in that thing. That's what's going on. There we go. Now we're getting some juice. I didn't have a good connection on it. I think I heard it. Yep. But why wouldn't it let me cycle it with this? Let me let this truck all the way the rest of the way down too, guys. So we can get in and out of it easy. It's probably because I had no juice is why that, but I'm curious, so I'm going to try it with it again. Okay, key on. Hang on, let me get situated here. Whoops. I got that thing all the way around? Yeah, okay. Okay, forward. Yeah, it ain't buzzing no more either, because now we're getting juice. Let me try to get this over here. There we go. Okay. Yeah, we should hear it cycle with this thing. It should let it do cycle. I'm going to also clear these codes out real quick because they're from that battery being low. You'll get all kinds of them. Window, modulator, chair, seat belt. Fords are bad for that. This P100 has been on here. I need to figure out what's going on with that. But okay, PCM, not supercharged. The gas gauge is working too. Actuation test, so all that's good. Fuel pump, we know. Okay, okay, on. Yep, it clicked it. See, now it's staying on. Off. Oops, get off the horn. Yeah, I can hear it now. On, off. That's what it was. We didn't have enough juice. Yep, we're running. It's quiet too. I hear the relay kicking it on, and then, okay, let me start this thing. Let me go crack this garage door. Okay. Well, guys, that's about it for this video here. I just wanted to make a quick one. Look how dirty I am from all that. Look at me. I look like a mechanic, a greasy guy. I washed my hands 100 times and scrubbed them. They don't even look like I washed them once. You should have seen how bad they was. Real quick, I want to let you guys know that this motor's about had it in this truck. My buddy's supposed to be finding me one. I think we found one, so probably here real soon I'm gonna be pulling this motor out. I mean, it's clicking and clattering in the mornings and doesn't go away for about an hour. I know it's just the they call those they're like rocker arms, roller things, but the little bushings are wore out in them. But still, this thing's got 300,000 miles on it almost. I'm not about to try to fool with the, you know, that stuff there. So but yeah, I wanted to just do a quick video on this, basically let you guys see what it takes to do that. There's other videos out there once again, but I wanted to give them to you guys on our channel. So I wanted to share this with you guys. I mean, I care that there's other ones out there, but I want to bring content for you guys. So the one thing I can say is make sure before you pull them down, if anything's hooked up, don't be in a rush like I was, trying to just pull it down real quick so I got content, you know what I mean? So, but other than that, make sure everything's unplugged, your lines and all that are off. Work them up loose around the, you know, the nipples that they're on, and to get them off like that real good. And then that's it. You know, once you get it down, it probably is a little safer on the ground because your tank ain't gonna fall too far. With me, it's up there on that jack, and it tilts one way too much, it's going off the jack. You know what I mean? And it had 1/4 of a tank in it. It still got, you know, a little under 1/4. So I don't know how many gallons of gas that is, but it did take off on me a little bit once when I had the camera off. But anyways, other than that, thanks again, guys, for the likes and the shares and all that again. I'll keep telling you guys till I'm blue in the face, because I do appreciate you guys, and I do appreciate you guys doing that. Until the next one, there's going to be, I think the next one's going to be the golf cart seat. I just want, no, I'm sorry. This is going to go after the golf cart seat. I'm going to give you guys that one first because it's already almost done edited. So this one will go after the golf cart seat. But whatever, until the next one, you guys take care and thank you so much.